Oh, welcome to My Math, Your Math. Today we're going to do the X factoring. I'm sure you guys have heard of that before. So there's three ways to solve equations, quadratic equations. You can either use quadratic formula, you could use completing the square, both of which we have covered, or if it's factorable using the X factor, which not all quadratic equations are factorable in this sense. The ones that we're going to look at both are example A, the A is going to be 1, and example B, the A is not 1. So this one's going to be it's going to require an extra step to solve from this one. Let's get going. All right, example A. X squared plus 2x minus 15 equals 0. So you're going to want to draw a little x. I have my x's drawn out right here. In the top is going to be A times C. My A is 1. My C is negative 15. 1 times negative 15 is negative 15. Okay? On the bottom is going to be your B. That's it, just B by itself. And it's a little bit of a trial and error at this point. You ask yourself, what two numbers multiply to give me negative 15, but add to give me positive 2? Those two numbers happen to be 5 and negative 3. 5 times negative 3 is 15, right, bro? 5 plus negative 3 is 2, right? All right. So once we have our two numbers, 5 and negative 3, you're going to write out two parentheses, set it equal to 0. You're going to put x's in both at the beginning, and then you're going to fill it in with those two numbers. So this is a positive 5. That one's a negative 3. And when you set it equal to 0, you set each of them equal to 0. And the reason for this is, at the end of the day, these are just two numbers. If A times B equals 0, well, either A has to be 0 or B has to be 0, right? Like, they can't both not be 0. So we solve both, and we get x plus 5 equals 0. We get x minus 3 equals 0. So then that just means x is equal to 3 comma negative 5 as the answer for A. So that's 3, negative 5 is the answer for example A. And that's that. Let's look at example B. All right. So in example B, we have 2x squared plus 7x minus 4 equals 0. So A is 2, B is 7, C is negative 4. We're going to do the same thing as we did earlier. So up here goes my A times my C. A is 2, C is negative 4. So A times C becomes 2 times negative 4, which is negative 8. And then on the bottom is going to be the B. And you ask yourself, what two numbers multiply to give me negative 8, but add to give me 7? That's most likely going to be 8 and negative 1. So we have that 8 times negative 1 is negative 8. We have the 8 plus negative 1 is 7. And we can go ahead and continue. Now, those two numbers are going to go in these two slots as before. So we got a plus 8. And we have a minus 1. Now, the thing that's different with example B, since A is 2, over there A was 1, we were able to just put x here and an x here. However, we always want to put the A with the x. So here where the A is 2, it's going to be 2x and 2x for now. So I put a 2x, and I put a 2x, okay? And then you can go ahead and cancel things if they cancel. So if you notice in this one, there's a 2 in both. So I could take a 2 out, throw it away, and it becomes x plus 4. And that's that. Now we're ready to solve. So as you see, there was just one extra step there. And we set both of them equal to 0. So we're going to get x is equal to negative 4. And when you set this one equal to 0, the 1 comes over, you divide by 2, and x becomes 1/2. So example B has x equal to negative 4, comma 1/2. That's all for the X factor.